Guys, welcome back. Commentary for you, and I guess I should probably lead with the open-ended disclaimer. I don't know what game this is. I mean, this could be Madden 26. I would certainly hope that it's not. I would certainly hope that it's not Madden 26. It could be, but it could also be Madden 25. It could also be Madden 24. Could also be Madden 23, Madden 22, either of the Madden 20s, take your pick. And the reason I say that is what I'm going to show you has been an issue in all of those Maddens, and yet somehow they don't get fixed. But not only is it the issue that's consistent, it's the response from the community that is consistent. And we're going to show, I'm going to prove both of those points to you in this video. I'm going to show this to you. And again, I had to kind of clip this to protect the person that had uploaded this clip. But again, I don't know what game this is. However, I do want to talk about, to whoever made this football game, some of these issues. Okay, we're going to start here. Now, I understand there's going to be some complaints. This is a user-generated issue. I want you to watch the lineman. I want you to understand that the defensive end is going to run off and put an extra player in coverage. That's important to understand because the lineman has to react accordingly, because now you've got one more defender. He's trying to protect the quarterback. Okay, we all understand you can't protect the quarterback when the quarterback is in front of you. And this creates this issue where you have to maneuver around your lineman. So you can see here this pocket breaking down. And right now, if you were to look, you really have no linemen engaged. It's a big problem with Madden, is that seconds into a play, no one's blocking, and one of your linemen, for whatever reason, hasn't ever blocked anyone. But I want you to look up here. There's actually a positive here because the receiver starts to roll over with the quarterback, but abruptly, for some reason, just decides to stop. So now you've got all these defenders trailing, and your offense really doing nothing to help you. He actually starts to turn upfield here with the quarterback's throwing motion. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's what happens. Okay, we talk about broken logic. This is what we're talking about. And it's interesting that someone sits here and says, as someone who played the beta, this video doesn't do the game any justice and focuses on the intro. I think that's a big part of the problem. As I've said in prior videos, what Madden likes to do, what EA prefers to do, is put window dressing on this. They want you to look at different intros. They want you to look at, in my opinion, different colorways. And what I mean by that is I've often said that EA will raise and lower the brightness of its game. They will make subtle changes to presentation, and they will hope that for a short period of time, will make you assume you're playing a different game. Visually, it looks different. It's no different than what an auto manufacturer does, right? The car may stay the same from a structural standpoint, from an engine transmission, but the exterior has slight changes. The interior has slight changes, so come get this brand new car. Okay, the problem is manufacturers will do that with a car, and they won't sit there and try to tell you, well, the car is completely different. EA Sports continually tries to tell us the game is completely different. And what's interesting is the shared opinion after someone asks, is this game good? Is if you like the idea of a better playing college football 25 with NFL players and much better tackling, much tougher CPU AI, better player movement, then you'll like Madden 26 based on the beta. If this really is the Madden 20, I don't know. This person seemed to think that it was. That's their opinion, not mine. The beta didn't have franchise, and that's my favorite mode. I really didn't like Madden 25, but I had a hard time putting down the Madden 26 beta. What's interesting about that is the engine is the same, okay? So when you sit there and you tell someone, hey, the CPU, the AI, it's better, the player movement is better, you really can't honestly say that because we know the game logic is the same. That's why when we look at a play like this, we can go back multiple years and see these same issues repeat themselves because the core game code is still there. And someone actually brings this up and says the lineman was just standing still, not blocking anyone, or as I like to call it, the Clint Oldenburg simulator. And someone immediately responds, And this is such a repetitive concept. They're still working on it. They have a month left. Relax. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that you shouldn't relax, okay? It's really not the community's time to be tense. It's EA's time to be tense, right? They know that their game is broken. They know that their game has flaws. They also know that they're struggling to fix their game, not only with one dev team in terms of Madden, but another dev team in terms of college football. That's why I long said, if you objectively look at things, you have to look at the reality of Madden's dev team working year in and year out on this product and not being able to fix certain gameplay issues. Okay, the big excuse, like you see here, was, oh, it's a yearly dev cycle. They only have a year. They can't fix a whole bunch. That's fine. But you can't use that same excuse anymore because college football, they extended, if you recall, a whole year. So they essentially had what amounted to a 3-year dev cycle. We were told that these were different teams. We were told that these were different games. We were told all these things. Okay, now we know it's essentially Madden and college Madden. The fact that that dev team couldn't fix things doesn't come as a surprise to me. I've said many times, whether you want to hear this or not, EA Sports is an entry-level company. Okay, when you're going out and you're getting a job in the world of video games, a lot of people start their careers with EA. So you have entry-level programmers that are working on game code that 10, 15, 20 years old at this point, change one thing, inadvertently break 3 others. Okay, and I want to give you an actual point with this. Clint Oldenburg is not a game programmer. Okay, Clint Oldenburg came to EA Sports through NCAA 14, the partnership they had, and literally turned himself into a game developer. Clint Oldenburg, in my opinion, could not go out and program a game through another company. He is a product of EA Sports. I don't mean that to disrespect him. I'm sure he got supplemental education, but the reality is he was given an opportunity at EA, and he is now a game designer. As a game designer, he is responsible for this offensive line. This offensive line has a failure point. So he is either incapable of, one, programming it, making it correct itself physically by going in and altering the code, or 2, effectively communicating to a capable programmer how to fix it. Meaning, I'm going to walk down to a programmer and I'm going to explain to them this play, this scenario, this issue has to be programmed out. Clint has not done that. An entire team at NCAA football has not done that because the game engine is the issue. That's why, again, whether this is Madden or not, I don't know. That's why I think this year we've seen less and less gameplay. We will likely see less and less gameplay because they know people see subtle things like this and they can say it's the same game, whether it's college, whether it's Madden. And they therefore know it's the same game. I wish that they had differences. I wish that you could look at one against the other and say, hey, that's the EA Madden engine for the NFL. Hey, that's the Madden engine for college football, because there truly are differences. They're just never going to be reflected with this broken game engine. And in my opinion, you're never going to have people in a position to fix it until they start over from scratch. And they have no incentive to do so. If they were going to start over from scratch, the time to do that would have been with college football. In my opinion, they should have completely started over with college football. They would have had years to work out the kinks and then carried that engine over to Madden that doesn't have a decade of flaws and problems. They didn't do that because the common denominator here is what's the fastest way we can get at a game. That is with the engine they have. I don't see that changing anytime soon. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you watching it. You know, when linemen are blocking the quarterback who's just trying to scramble out of the pocket, there's no way that I cannot be back in the week with more commentary.